All right, hello beautiful humans. This is going to be your reading for the full moon in Aquarius occurring on Friday, July 25th in the Northern Hemisphere and Saturday, July 26th in the Southern Hemisphere. If you are new to this channel, I do 4-card readings. I do a primary energy up top in a diamond shape. The top energy being the general energy for what's going on in this lunar cycle for you. And if you've tuned into this video, then that means that these messages are for you. And the primary energy is just what's going on maybe in a particular situation. Once I start speaking, it might bring up something specific for you, or it could just be the energy that you are walking into in this full moon in Aquarius. The card underneath at the bottom of the diamond is the shadow energy, which is the energy that needs to be brought to light in order for you to efficiently navigate the full moon for this cycle. So it's not necessarily negative, but it is the energy that is hiding in the shadows and that needs to be brought to light so that you can be the most efficient and effective and bright, shining version of yourself as you move through this full moon. Then to complete the diamond, I do a block and a pathway read. The energy on top is the energy that is keeping you stuck and the energy that is serving as your block in this particular cycle, or perhaps this particular situation. The energy underneath becomes your path. That is the way through. The energy that you can invite in, that you can request, that you can ask to come to you, or that you can embody in order for you to move through this lunar cycle, or perhaps this current situation, with more ease, grace, and eternal love. I am Indigo Instinct Healing on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. And I do these readings every full and new moon, as well as book private readings for individuals. Please leave me a comment below if this resonates for you, and subscribe. So our primary energy for this full moon in Aquarius Interesting. I'll pull our shadow. Now, I'm not a traditional reader. I don't do the tarot, and I don't treat the oracle cards by repeating what is in their deck. I am a channeled reader, so I am tuned into my own spirit guides and the messages of the collective and the divine, and I read through that way so that sometimes I may pull, let's say I pull the moon card and I say something in one reading, and then I pull the same card in a different reading. That could have a completely different meaning depending on the context and depending on what's coming through as a channeled message. So the picture doesn't always mean what is going to happen. If you own this deck at home, I use the Sacred Ancestors Oracle deck, and if you own this deck at home and you're reading the pamphlet, the messages that are coming through for me may not be the messages that say in your booklet. Interesting. Okay. So I'll do our pathway read. I'll just set it aside here, and then we will start with our primary energy. So our primary energy is the Shaman. Just gonna wait for that autofocus. There we go. I'm just tuning in here. Wow, there's a lot of confusion with this one. This seems to be a large area of conflict, whether it is something that has been going on for a long time, whether it is something that you deal with personally or a relationship. The message that's coming through is that whether you let this go or not is up to you, but you do need to make a decision. because it seems that you're at a energetic and spiritual crossroads. And if you don't make a decision, you are going to walk in a circle. And the shaman is asking for you to detach from the 3D realm for a little bit and detach from your daily priorities and your daily needs, and to connect with the soul version of you and the deeper version of you, that 5D version of you. What is the decision that needs to be made here? Do you need space and time, or do you need to change your situation? Do you need to change your location by going on a move or a vacation? Or perhaps you need to end something. Perhaps you need to walk away. This message is coming in almost with a bit of irony and a bit of sort of shadow attached to it, because I feel that for a lot of you, this message is going to come through and some situation might flash into your mind, but you will disregard it right away because you're not ready. And that is fine, because in the realm of divine timing and the realm of divine alignment, what you need to release will keep coming back around and keep nudging you until you are ready to release, until you are ready to detach. But if this situation comes to mind right away for you on the reading of this card or upon the reading of this card, you need to give it some serious thought. Because perhaps the person that you could become is being dampened by the person that you're convinced that you are. So that's our primary energy. Our shadow energy for this full moon in Aquarius. Autofocus. Again, there's this need for escape, detachment in a sense, but sort of detachment of the senses. Is there some sort of ceremony that you can perform, or perhaps a type of spiritual journey that you can take? Is there some sort of fasting or camping trip or drive to somewhere peaceful where you can be alone, so that the soul messages that are designed for you can come through? Because right now, the noise of your daily life and the noise of the consistent drum of what you have surrounded yourself with is blocking out your ability to hear clearly. It may seem like the energies for this full moon have been very intense already. I know that's been the truth for me. There is a deep necessity to understand what is the heartbeat of your soul and what is the consistent drumming of your soul connection to this earth, and what is noise. You need to eliminate the noise in order for you to understand and to get clear. Then things will feel much lighter. I had a feeling this reading would be intense. And for our block and our path, I'm just tuning in here. So this is our block, and this seems to be relational in nature. So it may not be you specifically, but it may be the person in your situation or the person that is close to you, a person that is close to you, that perhaps you've been seeking advice from them, or perhaps you have been in conflict with them. But regardless of their position, their emotions are getting in the way of you understanding what you need to do. Perhaps this is a sibling or someone you're close to that you feel pressure from, or you feel like you have a strained relationship with, and the desire to please is confusing your true path. Or perhaps it's something that feels overbearing, like a conflict in the relationship where the emotions are running high. And there is a deep need, again, it seems to be, the key word for this moon seems to be detachment. There is a need to allow yourself to let that other person process in the way that they're going to process and not try and fix anything. Because all that's going to happen by you diving into the pool of their emotions is that you are going to feel the weight of their water. It's not your water to cleanse with. It's not your water to cleanse with. My lines are getting crossed. It's not your energy to clear. And it's not your responsibility. Someone was at the door. Whew. Path. The path. Sovereignty. Decision making. The choice to step forwards. And perhaps the choice to move forwards alone. Two paths are present in this moment. There's the one that is familiar to you and the one that you know how to take. And there is the one that is unknown. It is essential that you connect to the warrior within, not in terms of fight and not in terms of battle, but in terms of the bravery and the courage to move forwards in a woods where the path is relatively unknown. Your way through for this full moon in Aquarius is to step bravely forwards in whatever capacity that means for you, without trying to bring anyone with you and without trying to stay attached. Because whoever is meant to walk alongside you will take those same steps. All other efforts are wasted. So, that is the reading for the full moon in Aquarius. And I hope it resonated with you. I hope it feels like this is something that you can move through and that you can access that deep power within. If you're interested in any of the energy clearings or the healing meditations that I have on my channel, check them out. And if you'd like to book a personal reading to dive deeper or to get answers to a particular problem or situation in your life, then feel free to drop a comment or to send me a personal message on any of my social media platforms. Much love to all of you beautiful humans, and happy full moon in Aquarius. Blessings.